let's do a flat tour, because this is the first time ever that I'm ever in the history of my entire life living by myself, and I have always wanted to do so, and I finally am here. In order for me to figure out my next step, I really needed this space. I needed a space all to myself where I can think, process my life, figure out my next steps, figure out where I want to go next. So let's start the tour here by the front door. This is how I come in, you know, push the handle back, lock it behind me, and it's my space. There's a couple doors here on this side, on the left and in front of me, and we're actually gonna go straight through here because this is where the magic happens. And by magic, I basically mean a lot of sleeping. That's not to say magic might not happen later, but magic has not really happened for now. It's really just been sleeping, watching some horror movies. I was watching this Korean one last night actually called The Wailing. It's very good, but I'm slowly running out of movies that I could watch, specifically horror movies that I want to watch. Anyways, so bedroom, this is where we're at now. I have these two clothing racks here which house most of my clothes. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's a lamp in here which is mine, and this has been with me for a very long time now. It's been traveling with me wherever I was going and wherever I am. This lamp comes with me. And so this corner behind these two racks here has my luggages, and there's a box underneath that pretty much is useless. It's a bunch of stuff that I don't want to keep with me much longer. It's stuff that I either sell or donate. I need to figure out, because I'm definitely not moving that with me again, because it's just nonsense. Shifting you on this other side of the room, this is where I have my sleep, my beauty sleep. There's a mattress, a double-sized mattress, that is usually on the floor here, right where I stand. In my head, putting it vertically against the wall allows the mattress to breathe. And so I do this every morning after I wake up and after I get out of bed. And next to this nightstand is this very tall shelving unit that goes all the way up, and it's very useful because I've thrown a bunch of clothes in here that didn't fit on the racks, or I've thrown a lot of stuff in here that I don't want to be like out and about. Maybe a little problem with this room is that it doesn't have any windows on any of these sides, but there is still a lot of sunlight coming in here, and there's a lot of light filling up this whole space, and that is because I have a skylight. And this skylight does open up with this little tool I have here by my side. However, I don't think I trust myself that I'll be able to close it back the way it is now, because at the moment there's no rain coming in and there's no bugs coming through this. It is a big window, so it would be nice to see it open, but at the same time, like I've just said, I don't think I'll be able to shut it properly, so I don't trust myself enough to do so, and I think for the time being that I'm in this flat, it will remain closed. This other end of the stick is very useful, as the skylight has these wooden covers that allow me to adjust the amount of light I want into the room, and also it's very useful to have this and be able to close these blinds at night and be able to have the privacy that I need in here. Although the skylight, it is frosted, so the neighbors can't really see in here, but it is useful to have an extra cover to shut any existing light in here. The bedroom connects with this half bathroom which is on this side. It is not the biggest space, it's fairly small, but it does the job of what it needs to be doing. There's a shower cabin, there's a mirror, there's a sink, a bit of storage under the sink, and the biggest feature of this bathroom is that it has a small window that is inside the shower cabin, sort of, kind of, whatever. But that window stays open 24/7. Maybe I'm obsessed with windows, but I like a bathroom with a window. Maybe it's a luxury nowadays because a lot of them are designed with no windows to begin with, which is dumb. You need to have windows in the bathroom. Keep the air fresh, you allow the moisture to escape as you shower, and definitely the biggest feature. If you follow me along this wall, back to where we started the video, there was a door on the left which we didn't go through because we were too excited to get to where the magic happens. But this door on the left opens up to where the toilet is. And the toilet is really just that. It is a toilet inside a room that doesn't have a window, and also a room that doesn't have a sink. And the same way I was saying about the bathroom not being the best when it doesn't have a window, I also think the same about a toilet not having a sink. I think it's a stupid design, but what's not stupid about it is that no one else is here. No one is rushing me, no one is knocking on the other side of the door telling me that they need to take a shit and I need to get out of there, or no one's knocking on my bathroom telling me that I need to hurry up, and no one's doing any of that. And you know why? Because this space is all mine. And that's beautiful. So as soon as you come into the flat, it pretty much opens up to this big open space, which is the kitchen on one side and another side of the room, which I'm kind of saying it as a living room. I'm gonna section it into two, and I'm gonna get started with the kitchen, which is on this side. It feels nice not to have to answer to anyone and not to have anyone telling me that I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't play my music loud like late at night or early in the morning. I can make food when I want to make food. No one's rushing me to come out of the kitchen because they need to cook their own food. And these are all experiences that I've had because I've always flat shared and I've never had a flat all to myself the way I have now. I've been making cookies, I've baked things, I've been more creative with the dishes that I've been making, and I've really enjoyed it, you know? So maybe my new career as a chef is coming soon, but before my new career as a chef, let's go through this kitchen, and this side is where I keep my food and some of my plates, and this is the cupboard that pretty much gets used the most, and it really is just that. It's just a bit of storage for food. This big sink here I'm very happy to have because I have this big, huge fucking frying pan which actually did not fit in the previous sink I had, and so having this allows me to wash it comfortably without splashing water everywhere and then having to dry the sink afterwards and all this nonsense. And so this has been very, very useful. And this kitchen also has a full-size oven and hobs, which is great, an extraction hoover, whatever the fuck this is called. It has this and it works. It has a light, great. And there's a lot of kitchen counter space. Like there's a lot of space for me to be cooking and chefing and just doing my dishes, you know, sitting on the countertops, blah, 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 blah. The last part of this kitchen is this fridge here in this corner, which is a full-size fridge, and same goes for the refrigerator down under. I am spreading everything on all these shelves. Everything is mine. I don't have to worry about people eating my food or potentially people going through my stuff, or I don't know. It's just, you know, a peace of mind. This is what this comes with. This is for sure a highlight, along with that big ass sink that I can wash my frying pan in comfortably in. This side of the room has this big desk, which I'm using most of the time. Like this is where I am pretty much every time that I'm in this flat, and so it is, yeah, it's a big desk. It actually fits 2 chairs side by side, which is great. I have these balcony doors that open up to actually a balcony, and they both open up. I'm keeping those open all the time. And there's also a big skylight in here. The skylight in this room doesn't open up the same way as it does in the bedroom. It's a fixed skylight, but this flat is facing the east or north or west or south. Whatever side is the one that gives you the more sunlight during the day, this is it. This is the flat that's doing so. None of these was supposed to be here. None of it is mine. Like this entire thing, besides the Monopoly and this thing and these 2 boxes here, none of it is mine. This was not meant to be here. This is a temporary space for me, and we had an agreement, me and the person that I'm renting this from, we had an agreement that he would empty up the space and leave it tidy for me, but he's not done any of that. I had to come up with a way of placing his things in a way that allows me to still enjoy everything else there is to enjoy about this space and not have all the cupboards filled with his stuff. The video after this will be all about that, because the state of this place is absolutely disgusting. When I moved in here, when I first opened the door and saw the state of it, I actually wanted to give up. There was like mouse droppings on the floor, there was an ant infestation, there was a funny smell that took me ages to figure out where it was coming from. It just needed a lot of cleaning. Like this space needed a lot, like a deep cleaning. In the end, I managed to get it to the state that you're seeing it in this video, and I'm happy that I pushed through, and I did get a discount. So I did get quite a big chunk of money off from the initial agreement that we had. And all in all, it works out. Like, it worked out well for me. I'm just saying, though, that none of this was mine, and if this was really the way we agreed for it to be, this would have been a lovely space for me to just have. You know, like, I'm the type of person that likes empty space, and I'm the type of person that doesn't like to hoard things and doesn't like to keep just nonsense around. So it would have been nice to have this corner empty. Maybe I would have put a lamp there instead of having the lamp there. I would have maybe put the lamp there. My yoga mat could have gone there. It's just, you know, I don't know. It's not like I have the space empty for me to figure out what I do with it. But I've made it into a little vibe, you know. I didn't want to just put all the boxes up to the ceiling. I wanted to have it some sort of like visually to look right as well. So I think I've done well. I think I've done well with the space. So hopefully that was enjoyable. Hopefully it went smooth and everything flows nicely. But this is me signing off. This was the house tour. This was my first ever flat all to myself. That's crazy. Like, I've really come a long way. Like, wow. But no, like, I'm happy, you know, I'm happy to be having this space, and I'm gonna be chefing it up now. I'm gonna be cooking some food because I feel myself getting hungry, and blasting some music. So all that to say that hopefully this went well, and hopefully it's, yeah, hopefully it just makes sense. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you later. So keep an eye for the next video, because that is me cleaning and me tidying up the space, as I was just saying. This space was just gross. It was disgusting, appalling, nasty, Gross.